Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I am sharing with you kind of like an Amazon haul slash products that I'm loving that you may not know about slash everything I bought last month. These are so many good things that I'm using on a regular basis, and I will have them numbered up on the screen for y'all, and I'll also have that number linked in the description bar and the comment section because we got a lot to talk about today. So we will go ahead and get started. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you love Amazon videos, and I will start out with the coolest purchase that I actually made from Amazon Live. I'm definitely trying to do more Amazon Live, so I will link my Amazon storefront in the comment section below as well. If you follow me on there, it will let you know when I go live. But the other day I was watching some lives and there was this guy, and I guess it seemed like it was like Amazon's live itself, like they had someone from Amazon doing a live, and he shared the coolest pair of scissors. So it was actually a 2-pack. One of them is, they're like herb shears is what they're called, or like herb scissors. And then the other one are just kitchen shears. So he was actually talking about the herb shears when he was talking. And I was like, okay, cool. Like we actually need some more kitchen scissors. Ours are getting a little bit dull. I'll go ahead and order this pack. And I like that they just had a gold handle. They also have a silver option, but I just thought they were cool. So when they came in, I was shook at how strong these things are. I mean, the herb shears are nice. Like, yeah, cool. I use those. But the kitchen scissors themselves, you guys, those things can cut through anything. I had a chicken breast the other day when I was making crock pot food that had some fat on the side. That thing cleared through that chicken breast without even like, it didn't even struggle. So very, very strong. Really happy with this purchase. And again, like something I found off Amazon Live. So definitely make sure you guys are watching Amazon Lives if you like Amazon hauls as well. Product number 2 is actually not meant to be used on your car, but my husband used it on his car. 0 out of 10 recommend. He actually used it like on his tires, which is probably fine, but this is kind of an alternative. I have that scrub brush that I've mentioned to you guys a couple times that has a really long handle and it's really nice. This is like that, but you have to attach it to a drill. So it does seem a little counteractive to have to get a drill out to clean if you want to like scrub your shower or something. But I wanted to share this because Sam bought it and actually really likes it to clean like his tires on his car. So this is more or less going to be the thing we use like for any outside deep scrubbing. But I will also link, I won't like number it, but I will also link the scrub brush that I use that has a long handle that's meant for inside use, and you don't have to attach it to a drill. The third product is this fireplace cover. We definitely knew when we were building this home that a fireplace cover was going to be needed, but we weren't sure what kind we wanted. This will only work if you have like the metal exposed around your fireplace though. This one has 3 different kinds of ways that you can attach it. I think it's like Velcro, it can hang, and then there's one, a magnetic, that's the other thing. That's the other way. So yes, there are multiple ways to hang this fireplace cover so that it stays, and we just have it magnetized to ours and it stays perfectly fine. But my parents have a fireplace that has like no metal exposed, and I don't think that any of these combinations on how to hang this would actually work on theirs because it's not like you could even stick it to like the actual rock around the fireplace. So do make sure you can see that like metal part of your fireplace exposed. My parents' house is very old, so I do think it's more common to see that exposed metal now, but we love this. If you do pull on it, it does come down, but I feel like it's one of those things with Ezra, it's more of an out of sight, out of mind thing. So since we put this cover up over our fireplace, he hasn't even really acknowledged the fireplace. But I did see that this also is really great at like blocking some cold air that may come in from your fireplace. We haven't experienced that yet because we moved in only 2 months ago and it's still very warm here. But this was more of like a toddler proofing thing and just kind of a, hopefully it's out of sight, out of mind. And so far it's been great for us. Now this product may not resonate with everyone, but I get asked from time to time because some of y'all, maybe it's not like for content creation, but you just want a nice tripod. This is the tripod that I use for all of my content creation on my phone. I have a much sturdier tripod that my camera is sitting on, but when I'm using my phone, I still want something sturdy, and I have tried so many different tripods, and I actually asked a group of girls in this like Facebook group that I'm in for content creators. And I was like, hey, what's a good tripod? And so many of them were like, yeah, they're all crap, but this is like the best one of them. So yes, it's not the world's most sturdy tripod out there, but I mean, it seems like the kind of consensus is, and I agree, like phone tripods, they're just not the best quality. So I will link this one for y'all. I really like it. For my phone, I think it's easy to adjust. I film all my TikToks on that. It stays in place, but do keep in mind if you're buying a tripod for your phone, most of them, I'd say they're mediocre at best. It's like once you get up to these like heftier tripods that hold cameras, they're much, much more expensive. But those are the ones that are more sturdy, which of course you would hope it is. This was actually a repurchase. I asked a bunch of you guys when I moved into this house, like, you know, what's your favorite stainless steel cleaner? What's your favorite cleaner for quartz? This and that. And this was actually the most recommended quartz cleaner, hands down. And my mom was the one who, y'all know how I am about my mom's recommendations. If that woman recommends a cleaning product of any kind, I am about it. And sure enough, she was right too. She recommended this brand and she said, I don't have quartz, I have granite, but I love this brand's granite cleaner. So if you have granite, this is actually a great brand as well. But for quartz, I love this one. It actually doesn't have a strong smell, which I was really concerned about. It really makes our quartz super shiny. We have quartz in every single, like all the countertops in our house, whether it's the bathroom or the kitchen, are all quartz. So this makes it shiny. It cleans it very quick. There have been some times that like I would notice something had been sitting on the quartz, maybe a little, like it looked like it was really on there, like a coffee spot or something. I was like, oh no, I hope that doesn't stain, because our quartz is white, and it has not yet. So this has been great to get all of the stains off. I use this every single night to clean our counters. I love to just make sure the island's cleaned off. So this is a daily use, so also a repurchase. We only had one bottle of it and it lasted us for about 2 months. But again, I use it multiple times a day and then every single night. I did go through it kind of quick. So this time I decided to buy a 2-pack of it. Epsom salts, I'm gonna link these two under like one number. So Epsom salts are amazing for so many things, especially healing. And once I moved on from the like sitz bath phase of my postpartum healing and I got back into Epsom salts, it is heavenly. I love a good relaxing Epsom salt bath, but I didn't want to keep them in a bag because again, Toddler, I do keep them up super high to make sure he can't get a hold of them. But then I was like, it's just not cute. Like it's just a bag. So I did just get this clear little container. It comes with a little scooper, which I thought was cute. So not necessary, but something that I wanted to hold the Epsom salts that I use. I love a good Epsom salt bath, and my husband does not understand it. I'm like, honey, it's one of those things. Those who get it, get it. Those who don't. It's been amazing to actually be back and able to take baths. And then also we have this really nice soaker tub in this house. So I did buy that this month and I'm just loving it. The next product is another cleaning product, and I never had a garbage disposal in my house. So I didn't know you were supposed to clean them. And thank God that was one of those things. Y'all know my mom recommends something again, like I'm going to try it. She actually told me about that like move-in day. I think it was either a sample or something. And she was like, well, you're gonna wanna clean your garbage disposal every so often. And so I ended up just getting online and finding this garbage disposal cleaner. And it also has a like really fresh lemon scent to it that's not overpowering. That was something I saw in a bunch of other reviews, was that like, hey, this is great, but like it smells really strong. So this one's really easy. I will usually do it on Sunday after I finish the dishes. So the water's already been running, everything's wet down there. And then you stick it all the way down in the garbage disposal, turn it on. Blue foam will like come up out of your sink. It takes like 1 to 2 minutes with a little bit of water running the whole time. Like 1 to 2 minutes to actually work, and then it just completely goes away. You make sure the sink is completely rinsed out, and then you actually have this fresh lemon scent for like an hour or so. But I like that I'm able to like actually keep my garbage disposal clean, and it's not just gonna get like gross. I don't know. If there's any other thing I need to know about garbage disposal cleaning, please let me know, because this is my first go about it. And we had one when I was growing up, but to be honest, we were not trusted to not like just throw all kinds of stuff down there. So my mom was always the one who dealt with it. This is my first go at it, and who knew it was like such a delicate thing. This coffee pod holder is incredible. So it can hold, I think it's 40 or 52 pods, depending on what size you get. We actually have a Nespresso machine and love it. And we do the bigger like pods, either like my husband will do like the double espresso or I'll just do like the coffee pods. But I found that they were not the easiest to store because of the way that they're shaped. So I got this organizer and I absolutely love it. It makes our drawer look all nice and organized, and it actually doesn't take up a ton of space, especially to hold 40 or 52 pods. So this is Nespresso specific. If you have an Nespresso machine, there are a few different ways that you can store those pods, but I actually prefer this one because it's in a drawer, it's away, it's easy, and we are able to store like 40 in ours. We do again, the bigger ones. So I do like this, and it's actually really affordable. But again, there's so many different ways to store Nespresso pods or like Keurig K-Cups. But this was my favorite because I also feel like it's just very visually appealing. This wrinkle release I shared with you guys in another video, the like best products video. I'll link it right here on the screen. And so many of you guys were like, oh my gosh, I love wrinkle release. It's so good, or you had never heard of it. And a couple of you guys actually told me the best tip. So spray wrinkle release and then throw the clothes back in the dryer. And it does take like half the time it would take just to throw your clothes in the dryer and get the wrinkles out if you add that wrinkle release. So I have definitely been doing that for a couple things here and there that I just like want quickly to have wrinkles removed from, and I don't want to do the whole steamer thing. Again, I mentioned this in that video, it does not work on like my big thick curtains. Like those need to be ironed. Or, I mean, I guess I could actually steam them, but my steamer's like this big. So the wrinkle release does work on clothing or, you know, anything that you want wrinkles removed from. That's a little bit on the thinner side. If you have something that's super thick, it's not gonna work for that. But oh my gosh, it has been a lifesaver and super, super fast, especially for things when I'm filming like videos and I just see like 1 or 2 wrinkles. I can just spray the clothes, toss them in the dryer. Like 5 minutes later, the wrinkle release is not showing on the clothes and the wrinkle is completely gone. These little tiny knives are the coolest thing. They're like box cutters, box openers, whatever. I have seen everyone on TikTok using these, and I just was like, you know what? I get enough Amazon packages. Let's go ahead and just order some because I was sick of trying to hunt down my husband's knife every time. And I actually bought these when we moved in, and I was like, oh, those girls on TikTok, they know what they're talking about. These are the sharpest little tools. At this point, I've actually had these since, I think I ordered them the weekend we moved in, and we moved in July 15th. So it's been 2 months I've had these, and I have 0 complaints about them. I got a little 3-pack. Everybody had these when we were moving in, and everybody was really impressed with how sharp they are. So I'm sure there are a bunch of different like colors. The ones I have are just little clouds, but this 3-pack was a definite necessity for moving, and it was an absolute essential now for me with my constant shopping. I know, my Amazon packages, it's bad, so I love these. This is a weird one. Never in my life did I think I would share a plunger with you guys. A plunger? But I mentioned the fireplace cover. Out of sight, out of mind really is something that I've noticed with my toddler. Like it's just, if he can't like see it and see a way to play with it instantly, it's just, he doesn't worry about it. So at our old house, the plunger was one thing he always grabbed for, and that is disgusting. So we had to like keep it in a different room, and it was just always like a thing. So when we moved here, I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do. We have more bathrooms here. We gotta keep plungers in the bathrooms. Like, what do we do? And I ended up finding this, and it's got this like little cover case thing with it. So not only are you not just like putting a plunger on the floor, which is really gross, but also it's going into this little thing. So if Ezra does see it, mess with it, the plunger is like completely enclosed. I do still clean these because I'm like a crazy person and I just like deep clean everything. But I have noticed a significantly less amount of, hey, I wanna touch that, because my toddler would. It just was gross how much you wanna play with the plunger. So never did I think we would talk about a plunger here, but that out of sight, out of mind is really nice. And again, just like not having a plunger just like sitting on the floor. It's really nice. So this like keeps it all just like closed, and it's black and simple and cheap, and there you go. This squeegee is the best thing ever. So many of you guys, another clean product I just wasn't prepared for. We had only a shower curtain at our old house, and we have glass here in our shower. And a bunch of you guys were like, you actually won't have to clean that glass as much as long as you get a squeegee. Y'all were right. Of course. So I got the squeegee right after we moved. No, it actually might have been before. I think it was before because I had tried it out the weekend that the lady came to do her like deep construction clean. And I've been really impressed. We've not had to clean the shower glass like a ton, and it's just super simple. After every shower, it takes like 10 seconds. You just run that squeegee from top to bottom on the glass, and sure enough, I mean, it just looks so good and so clean every single time. This one does come with a little holder, so we have it on our shower walls. It's right inside so nobody can see it, and it does come in a few different colors. So I got the black, and I think they also had gold and silver, and they might have had white, but don't quote me on that one. But I like the little holder. It's very, very sturdy, has not fallen off our shower walls at all. But it's really nice to just have that if you do have a glass shower like wall, glass shower door, anything like that. This watch charger, or it's actually not a watch charger, it's like a watch charger holder. I got this a couple days before Prime Day, and it actually went on a Prime Day deal. It was really affordable, and a ton of you guys, when I shared it, actually ended up buying it and really loving it. So I wear my Apple Watch every single day, all the time, so I charge it every single night, and I just wasn't loving how flimsy the charger was, but I didn't want a full dock, so I got this tiny little pink watch charger like holder, and it's so nice because you can sit your watch on it perfectly, and it will still show you the time if you tap it. It's just a way to hold your watch, and it doesn't just like, you know, have to like kind of sit on top of that flimsy little charger itself, but it's also just cute, and it doesn't just like, I don't know. It's not like a full charging dock, but it's not just like your charger sitting by itself. So the way it holds your charger in is you feed it up through the bottom. But I mean, there's not really much I can say about it. It's super affordable. A lot of you guys really liked it though. So that's why I did want to mention it here, because I've had it for, see, Prime Day was in July. So I've had it for a couple months, and you guys really, really ate that one up on Prime Day. Y'all really loved that. So wanted to share. Now for some random like fashion and beauty finds. These hair clips I got also in July, I believe. So maybe we're not just doing things that I bought in August, but I got these because I wanted like a clip that I could do for a half up, half down style, or you know, I could just clip up part of my hair. I will say, I definitely thought they were a tiny bit bigger. I find that the product image on these is not the most accurate, but it also was the checkered print clip. I've been very into checker print lately, and I don't know why, but I love the checker print clip. So I bought these, and I've actually been using them a ton when I clip up my hair like half up, half down to style it in the morning. I use these clips if I'm doing like a half up, half down hairstyle. I like these. I have really long, thick hair, so I usually need a pretty hefty clip, and I find that this one does just the trick. You probably could skip out on it for a half up, half down style if you have thin hair. But if you have thin hair and you don't need like those big hefty clips, you could actually use these for all of your hair. So I do love these, but I'm gonna be honest, it was the checker print that sold me. Liquid collagen, this is a repurchase, but I always wanna share it because you guys always love it when I mention it. I have been much better about it. I have kind of fallen off using my liquid collagen as much, but now that I am postpartum, I know that postpartum hair loss is going to find me. And so I am going to continue to use this again. I have never stopped. I started using it in June of 2022 when I started losing my hair really bad with Ezra. And I've said this every time I mention it, so you guys are probably sick of hearing it. You cannot stop postpartum hair loss. Anytime I say someone, say that either you can or that it's worthless to use the liquid collagen because there's no point, like, no, you can't stop the postpartum hair loss. It's hormonal, but you can promote growth in the meantime. And that was just making me so insecure, having like literally my hairline was so far back because of the hair loss. So while I was actively losing hair, I was taking liquid collagen, and it was promoting growth in the meantime. So I feel like I didn't have those crazy like bald spots back for a super long time. But also it's really affordable. Like you don't need some $100+ hair serum or scalp serum. You don't need to put some oil in your hair. It's like $30 a month, I think, and it lasts for a full month. My nails are even so much longer now that I've been using it religiously again. My skin's a lot better, and my hair is still growing super fast. But again, continue to take your prenatals if you're experiencing postpartum hair loss. But I like saw someone say, oh, if you take your prenatals, you won't lose hair. And I was like, no, ma'am. I never stopped taking my prenatals, and I was losing chunks, but it was only once I started the liquid collagen that although I was losing chunks, I was getting new growth in the meantime. This LED mask is the best thing ever. I have only used it a handful of times, and when I tell y'all, I have been so impressed with my skin every morning when I wake up. I cannot believe it took me this long to try it. A couple of you guys recommended this to me. I've seen my mom use one. I see people on social media all the time use it. Get this mask if you have problem skin. There are so many benefits to yellow light therapy, blue light therapy, and red light therapy. I actually had a Planet Fitness membership prior to my wedding, and they have like a red light instead of like a tanning bed. You can get one of their like red light things. It's like similar to the tanning bed that you stand up in, but it was all red light. And I stood in that honestly for like a month and a half, almost like 3-4 times a week leading up to my wedding. And I swear to you, I had the best skin at my wedding. And I really think it was because of that. So the fact that it took me this long to buy it just kills me. But this is one of those things, you're gonna have to use it over the course of time to see permanent results. So when I use it at nighttime, I wake up the next morning and yes, my skin is amazing. I'll see some people that'll use it in the morning time and it does make your skin look good instantly, but then you're gonna, you know, the next day you're gonna be like, okay, my skin looks normal again. The longer that you use it, the more you're gonna see your skin not go back to that state it was before. I noticed such a reduction in my redness almost instantly. So the longer that I'm using it, the lesser and lesser I'm seeing that bright red. And I've never felt like there was a product that outright made my redness go away that quick. So I've been very impressed with this. So if there is anything in this video that you are going to use, let it be that. This magnesium is a game changer for your sleep. I have seen, I don't even know if I should say this because I don't want to like get into do your own research. Ask your doctor, always. But I have seen some people say that magnesium glycinate, I'm assuming is how you say that, is really good if you have like anxiety. I have actually heard that it's just really good for sleep, and I'm always a good lover of some sleep. So I take this at nighttime. I have always taken magnesium, but I used to just kind of take whatever the store had. But once I started buying magnesium, the glycinate, I noticed that I was getting better sleep. However, this one also has malate in it. I have an interior design degree. Please take the wording that I'm using with a grain of salt. But there are some benefits to that and glycinate together. So I found this little combo pack on Amazon and purchased them, and I am getting the best, deepest sleep. Even with, you know, a newborn, I'm getting as good of sleep as I can because the sleep is super deep. So again, check with your doctor, look into the benefits of it yourself. I don't actually take it for anxiety or anything. I haven't looked into those, but I can tell you that for me, magnesium has always helped me have longer stretches and better, deeper sleep. So that's why I take it. And I just found that like this combo is actually a really good one. So you take 2, and be careful, because with me, if I take 2 and I'm up or like forcing myself to stay up for even an hour, I start to get really antsy. Like the other night I had taken them and then I had to get back out of bed and I was so antsy and I couldn't figure out why. It was because I had taken that. So my body was like trying to go to sleep and I was like up doing things. So I love this. It is incredible. I know I'm saying I love this a lot in this video, but like I only share things that I love, so that's kind of why. This is a product that I'm gonna have to get back with you guys on. It's the Gold Bond Age Renew, and I had seen someone talk about this when I was actually pregnant. It's not pregnancy safe, but I looked it up and it was breastfeeding safe. So I was like, cool, I'll try it after I have Roman. Your skin goes through so much when you are in postpartum that sometimes I'm hesitant if something doesn't work for me. I'm like, is it not working for me because I am in postpartum, or is it not working for me just because it's not working? So I'm gonna have to give this one a little bit longer of a try, but I've only been using it for like 2-3 weeks. We'll wait 6 and then I'll give you guys my full recommendation. But I had seen a lot of people say, even in the comment section, that this helps your neck wrinkles, like it firms up all this skin. I would say it's firmed up this skin well, but like as far as like the neck, deep, you know, neck wrinkles, I haven't noticed a difference, but I mean, it took me 28 years to get them this deep. So it's, you know, a little ridiculous of me to assume that 2 weeks worth of a product is like a hit or miss. So I haven't noticed anything there. I do use it on my 11. I've noticed a slight change there. So I'm gonna wait another month before I tell you guys what I think, but that's one that I heard some people talk about and I was like, let's give it a shot. These Skull Candy headphones are incredible. I borrowed some of my husband's when we moved because I had temporarily lost my Jabra headphones, and I love these so much. They're like under 30 bucks usually. They come in a bunch of different colors, and the Jabra ones are like $160, so very expensive. But I mean, again, these are like affordable and they fit in my ears. They're not uncomfortable. And I will say, so I first did not realize how much they were trying to stay connected to my phone. I don't know, that was really frustrating because the Jabra, when you put the headphones back in that case and close it, it's done. It's not connected to your phone anymore. If you do not actually go to your Bluetooth settings and disconnect the headphones, it will try and continue to keep them connected to your phone, and it will also run the battery up on these a lot quicker. So that is the only downside, is you just have to do that extra step, but it's not a big deal because when I tell you I have been loving these and I haven't even used my Jabra ones, I mean it. Like, I lost them for a week during the move, and I ordered these after using my husband's in the meantime, found the Jabra ones, and I'm like, they'll be my backups. Like, I love the Skull Candy headphone. The quality is nice. And I got the like cute little blue color. These sneakers are Sam's favorites. He actually has repurchased these so many times. And anytime I mention that on Instagram, I actually get a lot of you guys saying that your husband does the same thing. So they are like his favorite shoes. He has purchased these many years, and it's not because they wear out quickly or because they're just, you know, like horrible shoes and he just wants to keep buying them. It's because he actually wears them that much that they get like so dirty and they're just like, the soles are worn down. I mean, my husband will wear his shoes everywhere, and they're also really comfortable for standing. So he stands now when he works and he wears them and they're super comfortable. But also when I was in labor with Ezra, he stood for 12 hours. He's an anxious, like whenever he has anxiety, he does not sit down. So he was anxious the whole time. He stood beside me, and even he made a comment. He was like, wow, these shoes are actually really comfortable. So he had just gotten like, I think the black pair or something, but he liked them. He was definitely interested to know that they could last for a 12-hour like standing straight period, but he now has the gray, the white, and then the black. And I think my dad also has the white and the black. So they're really good shoes, very affordable, and then really comfortable too. And he does get his true size in these. I think he's a 10. And I know he gets like a 10 whenever he buys these. If you are looking for kid pajamas, I 12 out of 10 recommend Burt's Bees if you have a tall and slender baby. I found that pajamas just were like either super baggy on Ezra, or I just didn't love the way they fit, or they weren't long enough. So I moved pretty quickly to the 2-piece sets with Ezra because I just found they were easier to change his diaper in. I didn't love like onesies or anything like that beyond like 6-8 months. You can definitely still do onesies. I just think it's so much easier with pants to change their diapers. So I love these Burt's Bees 2-piece sets, and my little boy is officially in 3T sizing. So we had to get him a bunch of new pajamas this month, and that's the brand that we went with. The price on these really bothers me, but these easy peasy like utensil sets are actually the best ones that we've tried. There are some silicone ones or some like even wood ones that were fine, but they were either too big for Ezra's mouth or too hard to grip. And the easy peasy actually allow him to like stab the food with his fork. He can actually use it and eat. I just feel the set itself, like why is it so expensive? It's literally a kid's fork and spoon. And I think you can also get a knife if you want them to practice that. But I don't know, it's just, I wanted to share. Those are the ones that we use. Those are the ones that finally Ezra was like, he hated all the other ones. He wasn't using utensils at all. We would offer them to them. He hated them. And it was like the day we handed him a set of Easy Peasy, he was like, oh, and he just started eating full time. So maybe if your child is not eating with utensils yet and not loving it, it is that utensil set. The price of these is ridiculous, so I can't deny it, but they work. If you guys have been watching me film videos recently, you've seen me in that black and white wrap that I wear a Roman in all the time, and it's literally the best thing ever. If you have 2 under 2 or even just 2 kids, it's like how I get things done. So I actually have the Moby wrap in 2 colors. I have the black and white, and then I have a leopard print. The reason being was because I wear it so much that I actually get that dirty. I'll get food on it. And so I so love the wrap. I think it's really easy to wrap up around you once you get the hang of it the first few times. Not gonna lie to you, it's very frustrating, but they have a really great video on the description like page. If you watch it, the girl kind of turns around and shows you what you're supposed to do. just practice it a few times. I promise you, it is so easy. Now I don't even think when I'm wrapping myself up in that. I mean, it takes like 2 seconds. It's really that first wrap over your shoulders that gets kind of confusing, but I love it. It is the only way I'm able to get the laundry done, film videos, make breakfast in the morning. I mean, there's just so many things that I can do because I have this newborn and a toddler I'm chasing around if I'm wearing the wrap. These are Total Lactation vitamins, and I actually took these with Ezra. Now, I am not sure if they make a breast milk supply, you know, amazing, but anything that I can do that's made for lactation, I'm gonna do. But also I think it's important to take a prebiotic and probiotic, all of those. Like, it's just super important. This brand makes one that is for pregnancy. It's like a prenatal probiotic, and I swear to y'all, that helped my nausea so much with Ezra. Like, I had a weekend where I was like bedridden, and then I started taking these, and after the 3rd day of taking these, I was able to get out of bed, and I never really had that sickness again. So I really think that those did help. So of course I switched to the Total Lactation once I was breastfeeding. Again, I don't know if it made a huge difference in my breast milk supply. I've always been able to supply for my kids and pump a little bit extra, but I think it's important to take this regardless. So if you are lactating, why did I use that word? I don't know. If you are breastfeeding, you can definitely take these. And you know, prebiotic, probiotic, it's just very important to take. Freaking lactating, why did I choose that? It's just, if you're breastfeeding in any capacity. And then finally, this step stool. Ezra absolutely loves it. There are so many times he just wants to see what we're doing. We noticed that he was just all into our drawers in the kitchen when we were cooking, and he just wanted to be all involved in everything, and we were like, kid, you gotta leave it alone. And we realized it was just, he wanted to be involved. So when we bought this step stool now, we will put it up next to the counter. Of course, definitely keep it away from your gas. If you have like a gas grill, especially, even a glass stove, like they can still burn themselves. Keep it away from those things. But we have this little step stool, and Ezra will just climb right up in it and watch us make him breakfast, and he loves it. We actually have been putting it, Roman still gets his baths in the sink because we don't want to put him in the tub with Ezra just yet. Ezra's a little bit too playful, so it makes us a little nervous. So he will get his bath in the sink. We'll actually pull the step stool right up next to the sink, and then Ezra gets to help us give Roman a bath, and he absolutely loves it. So this one is definitely more affordable than some of the other ones I've seen. It does have the bar across the back that will keep them from falling backwards. He had no issue learning how to use it very quickly, and he's a really tall kid, and I find that this is a really good size. So we have been very happy with it. If you have a kid who is just all into things in the kitchen, maybe it is that they want to be involved, and they definitely should be involved and, you know, kind of see what you're seeing. So we love this, and Ezra adores it. And that is it for today's very long video. A lot of things that I have purchased over the past couple months that we're just using on a regular basis that I wanted to share with you guys, or maybe you've seen me talk about it on Instagram but not here. I sometimes really struggle to know what I've shared there versus here because I just love to share the things that I love with y'all. So I know I talk about them on Instagram. So make sure you follow me there if you do not yet. And also, again, make sure you follow me on my Amazon storefront. That should tell you when I go live. Those are more deals. I don't do these haul style videos there. I more or less do just like the daily deals that are happening. So when I am sharing those lives, if you're watching them in real time, you are seeing deals as they're happening, like the best deep discounts. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you subscribe, all of the things, join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you so much. And I hope that I see you in my next video.